Okay, and we are live. So today we are working on a hot chocolate bomb. I've already started to melt my candy melts here. These are dark chocolate melting wafers. So while I melt those, today we're testing out a new kind of hot chocolate bomb molds that I've seen before, but I have never actually seen it at a store. And I finally found these at Michael's actually. I went there for the first time in I don't even know how many years, and I found this one. So I'm very excited to try it out. So this one is jack-o'-lantern. They had a few different kinds, and I decided that we're going to work with the jack-o'-lantern today. So this one is, I'm used to doing like the silicone molds, but this one has, it's just all kind of like this thin plastic, and it's actually kind of cool. So we'll look at that in just a sec. Let me stir these. I decided to go with just chocolate, but I could definitely dye some white melts orange, or use some orange candy melts, although regular candy melts don't work as well, which is why I like the Ghirardelli melting wafers a little bit better, because they melt more like actual chocolate. Okay, it's mostly melted, not quite, so we might have to add this to the microwave, or put this back in the microwave for just a little bit longer. Let's see. It looks pretty good, but just to make sure it's all good, I'm gonna pop this in there for another 10 to 15 seconds. Not long at all. We don't want it to be, we don't want it to get too hot, of course, and overheat. So set that there. Okay. Okay, this looks good. I don't see any little pieces in there. All right. We are good on that. So with this mold, the instructions say to fill it to the line, and it's really, really hard to see, but you might be able to see it right along there. So this is like the bottom part where we're gonna be actually adding our chocolate, and they have this line that is like the fill line, and so we're gonna add our chocolate to that amount to each of the wells. I think that's to the fill in. Let me double check. Yeah, that seems good. Especially if I give it a little tap, tap, tap here. It's like right along the line. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna do that with the rest of them too. And the ones that I'm adding the melts to now actually have some little cute jack-o'-lantern faces on them. Okay, let's give that a tap also to get the air bubbles out, and then check our lines to make sure I filled it enough. Okay, I'm not seeing any air bubbles come up. I'm looking at the lines and they all look good as far as like I said, they're very kind of subtle. So, because obviously I don't want to make a imprint on the actual design, but I think we're good. So, next step with this is it has these little plastic inserts that look like this. So we're gonna pop that right on top of our design right here. Obviously line it up with the actual like top of the pumpkin. I'm very excited about this. I got this one as well as a ghost and a skull. And I'm very excited because I've wanted to try these, but like I said, I haven't. Of course, I can order them online, but I haven't seen them in person. So as soon as I saw them, I had to get them. Okay. And then we're gonna take our top piece here. And oops, still a little bit wet on top from the drying rack. Okay. So we're gonna take our top piece here and then line it up. And then we're going to press down and it fills in the rest of that shell automatically. It's overflowing, but that's okay because we can definitely kind of break off that chocolate once it sets. So I guess I overfilled it maybe a little bit. I'm just trying to kind of press it all around. Oop, there was a cloud of chocolate on that one. Okay, then we're gonna pop this. It says into the refrigerator. I'm gonna do freezer to speed it up a little bit, but I'm gonna clean up that side so it doesn't get all messy. Okay, while we're waiting for that one, we could do another one. I think I want to do the ghost. I have a ghost and a skull. Okay, so we have our pieces here. Still have a little bit of water from the drying rack, so I'm just going to clean that up really quick. Okay, I'm gonna see which one is my top here. Oh, I didn't even realize it's labeled. Okay. So this is our top. Where's our fill line? Fill line looks like it's about right along there. So I'm gonna fill it and check it just like I did with the other one. This one's a lot bigger, so it definitely has quite a bit more chocolate that it'll need. There's my line. And whereas the jack-o'-lantern is 2 hot chocolate bombs, this one is just 1, so it's a big one. Right at that line, but with how much came out of the other one, I feel like this should be good. Yeah, maybe just a smidge more. I'd rather have a little bit more than not enough. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. It does not want to stay level, which will be interesting. Oop. Okay. Let's check that. Oh, no, it's not filled enough. Okay, that's definitely hit the line. That probably overfilled it just a little bit. I'm going to take a smidge out here. Maybe even just a little bit more. Okay. Knock those air bubbles out. Okay. We're going to take our inserts, pop it like this. And this is so that it'll actually separate easier from that top piece, so that it's easier to remove from the mold. And this is like a reusable plastic that's like really, really thin, because you can kind of like peel it off basically. So it's very interesting. I've always, like I said, I've seen this numerous times and been very interested to try it. So it's a very exciting day. Okay, pressing all the way down. Okay, and it looks like it's all filled all the way around. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna check on my other one that's in the freezer. I'm actually gonna put the Ghost in the fridge just to see, because there could be the temperature difference that makes it better to put in the fridge. Okay. So we have our jack-o'-lanterns here. I'm gonna carefully Okay, so this is that piece that I pushed into it. And let's see how they come out. How do I get you to separate? Maybe knocking it a little bit. Ooh, there we go. Okay, the plastic insert helps significantly. And then, ooh, that's very satisfying. It breaks off so nicely. We can remelt that for more hot chocolate bombs later. Okay. And we kind of carefully peel this away. I don't want to handle it too much because I don't want my hands to like melt it, but there we go. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that's satisfying. I am very excited about how these are turning out already. And see, this one has a nice little face there. Oh my goodness, it's satisfying how the chocolate breaks off perfectly. I don't want to risk breaking it. There we go. Okay, I'm very excited. These are turning out even better than I hoped, to be completely honest. Like I said, I've seen them. I wanted to try them, but I was like, is it really that easy? Because it always looks easy, but it is. Like I said, all these little extra little bits here of chocolate can be remelted for more projects later. This one has a different face too. And the last one. Set that over here. Gorgeous. Okay. So we have all of ours popped off. I'm going to set my little inserts over here. Okay, now I'm gonna grab, I need some hot chocolate powder, and I think I'm gonna grab some of the vanilla dehydrated marshmallow bits I have. So we can fill these. I'm gonna fill the bottoms here. I don't think it matters, but got little faces, and we're gonna fill these parts. I wanna make sure that's actually in frame. And I'm gonna grab my plate. Okay, so we're gonna fill this. I just have some regular milk chocolate. This one is Swiss Miss brand chocolate powder. It's a pretty small one, so I'm not gonna be able to fill it too much here. Okay, and then we're gonna take our so I have these little marshmallow bits that we can add here. So I'm not gonna add a ton because they are pretty small, but I love little marshmallow bits because when the hot chocolate bomb breaks open, it's just so satisfying seeing all the little marshmallow bits float to the top. I don't know, even in like the hot chocolate packets that come with them, I always get really excited. I'm gonna try and fit as many as possible though. A few more over here, but I want to make sure it still closes, so can't do too much here. Oh my gosh, stay. Stay. There we go. Okay. Oh, these molds would also be really great for like a kind of a fun, different kind of cake pop or other little, like a cakesicle or something like that. I just realized I haven't checked the chat for a while. Okay, we're caught up there. And I just saw that there's a little rogue marshmallow bit right there. Okay. So for this part, this is my way of doing it, but you can definitely use like a hot plate or something like that. You just want a heat safe thing. And I've tested this many times, so be very careful. I have a torch here. And I just lightly heat up the middle, just a little bit, not too much. And then we're just gonna lightly melt that and then immediately stick it on here so that it will stick with the lightly melted chocolate. Gosh, it lines up so satisfyingly. Okay, go right here as well to do this one. Again, lightly and immediately down. Oh my gosh, I feel too many marshmallow bits. Okay, it's on. Stay. And that's it for combining it, unless I see sometimes I'll have to add extra, but I think the way that these are made, oh yeah, see right there, like if I shake these at all, the integrity is kind of questionable. Because I feel like hot chocolate powder is going to come out. Both of them are kind of the same, where it's like it's mostly sealed, but yeah, it's actually staying pretty well. Okay. I think that if it were, you know, just a regular thing I was working on, I would probably add a little bit of chocolate there, but we're gonna move on for now. So we have our two little things here, and I think I wanna do, to add some color to it, I'm gonna do some of my metallic golds, edible dust stuff. I think I'm gonna do gold for one and the rose gold for the other one, just for funsies. Those are so cute. Thank you, sister. Okay, so we tap it into the container and just tap off our excess. And then I'm just gonna cover the whole thing. If I was taking a little bit more time or had, like I said, the orange, I would probably do like some of the yellow first to actually highlight the face a little bit more. But we're just gonna go in here and make this guy gold. Like I mentioned, I'm trying to be careful to not hold it for too long. It still is, even though I believe today is officially the first day of fall, it's still pretty warm in my area, so try not to handle it too much for possible melting reasons. Actually just became unsealed. So yeah, I would definitely fully seal it up before going to finish it, because I like my hot chocolate bombs to be fully secure. So if you see my other hot chocolate bomb videos or any of them, I always go back with some chocolate to carefully do the seam. And that's because, yeah, this one like does not, ooh. Yeah, that's why I usually go back and add more, is because I don't want it to pop open on me. So he's gonna have to be fixed later. He's just gonna hang out with his little hot chocolate bomb guts on the thing. Yeah, that's why I usually go back and add it. Let's see, I'm actually gonna do that really quick to this one because I don't want to have to go back and do two. Where's my, this one's okay. All right, so I just have like a nice small brush here, and I'm gonna go back and add just a little bit of chocolate along that seam and trying to kind of, you know, blend it a little bit so it still keeps a nice design, but I'd like to be able to, like, you know, shake these things and to not have any hot chocolate powder come out. Because if I'm gonna potentially transport them to somebody, you know, if I want to send them as like a gift or something, then I want to make sure that there's no chance that they're gonna, you know, spill their contents into the packaging. And sometimes when I have like a, I'm melting the face a little bit. When I have my nitrile gloves on, sometimes I'll actually use that to like smooth out the chocolate along the seam instead of just using the brush. But today we're just going with the brush. And I'm just going along the whole seam just to make sure that I don't miss anything. I don't want, like I said, this to open up on me because I didn't realize that there was an open space. Kind of using the brush to smooth that a bit. Okay, there we go. Nice and sealed. And with this one, I'm going to do my rose gold here. And I just kind of barely wiped off the brush before putting this in that container from the gold. Okay. That looks pretty good. I have a little bit of excess here on the front, so I'm just going to brush that away. And like I said, it's very, very thin, so don't want to handle it too much. And there's our little jack-o'-lantern. What do you guys think? I'm really excited about these molds, actually. Check the chat. I want to make sure I haven't missed anybody. We're caught up right there. What do you guys think? Should I do the ghost too? Since we're rocking and rolling here. Like I said, I'll fix this guy later. Yeah, we might as well do the ghost. He's already ready, I think. Actually, so you don't want to see any shiny parts because that tells you that the chocolate hasn't set. So I see a couple of shiny pieces. You want it to be kind of like completely opaque is what it says, because that means that the chocolate is actually set. So I'm going to pop this in the freezer to finish off, but we at least got our jack-o'-lantern hot chocolate bombs done. What do you guys think? I think aside from this one, like, you know, opening up on us, I think they both turned out really good. What do you guys think? Do you like these molds? Like I said, I found them at Michael's if anyone wants to check them out. Check the chat. Oh, are you doing a jacqueline? And that jacqueline is so cute. Thank you so much. How are you doing today and how many subscribers do you have now? Oh, I'm doing good today. Thank you so much for asking. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Subscribers, we actually recently passed 50,000 subscribers, which is just a crazy number to me, but it's awesome. And I'm so excited for everyone to be here and to continue to enjoy all of the fun, yummy adventures and treats and all that fun stuff. And oh, before I forget, I do have that class coming up for the Bake Fest next weekend. So it's a week from this Sunday that I have my class because they have a whole bunch of classes, and it's one ticket price. It is available still to purchase, and if you use a code for me, Adventures in Yum 15, I'll put all this stuff in the description and the comments, like a pinned comment after this gets posted. So, but if you use my discount code, then you get 15% off of your ticket price. And what's really awesome about the ticket price is that it gets you access to the entire weekend. So you get to, go to the networking area and meet fellow bakers, as well as talk to the speakers. You can ask direct questions of them in there, as well as there's, I think, 25 or so classes that are being offered throughout the entire weekend. And you get access to the recordings for an entire year after the event, so that if you missed any classes, because of course you're going to miss classes, there's like 3 or 4 going on at a time. So whatever classes that you do miss, or if you want to rewatch a class that you attended, whatever, you have access to those for an entire year. And you also get to see some brand demos from some sponsors for the actual event. I think Loran Oils is one of the sponsors. Amaretti's one of the sponsors. So those are just a couple off the top of my head, but I know there's a lot more fantastic sponsors that will be doing demos. And also with the Bake Fest, you get sometimes from some of the sponsors, you get either a discount code or like a freebie or something when you do a purchase with them. So but just directly through having access through the Bake Fest. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. If you guys have any questions about the Bake Fest, I would be happy to answer them because I'm very excited. I am not just instructing a class, but I've also attended all Bake Fest events so far because I always feel like I meet somebody new. I always learn some really fun new things. And so I always love attending just because it's a really fun, it's also virtual. So you don't have to, you can do it from the comfort of your home, your either kitchen or your office. I kind of bounce back and forth between the two of them because I like hanging out in my office, but then for the actual hands-on tutorials, I did after spring, I posted about some of the hands-on stuff I did because I filmed pretty much everything for the hands-on classes that I did. So those were really, really fun too. I think I just saw someone pop in the chat. I love your nails, so pretty and beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. This is one of my favorite colors. It's unfortunately it's I think a limited edition one. What is that thing called? It's Sally Hansen gel colors, but it was with oh my gosh. Oh, the School of Good and Evil. When that came out, I found this color, and I think it was a book first. I'm not quite sure about that, but this color just really struck me because it's this, really pretty it has a slight kind of shimmer to it, but yeah, thank you so much. It's one of my absolute favorite colors that I keep, trying to hold on to. What else? Yeah, all stuff about Bake Fest will be in, like I said, the description and pinned comment. And I seriously highly recommend it. I understand that, the ticket price can seem like a bit much, but I always like to think of it as it's a fully virtual event, and it would definitely be way more expensive in person. So that's why I always love to go. Because you can also meet people from literally the entire world that can attend. So let's see, any other questions or that's pretty much it for today. I'm really excited about these little molds now. I'll show you guys the skull just for fun. This is, I think, the bigger piece. So it's a skull, and then you obviously these are the two halves that you put together. So very excited to try this one out too. Especially now that I know how easy they are. They're just awesome. And like I said, you can fill these with other things besides hot chocolate stuff, you can do cake pop, you can do, I have one of my dessert friends who is called Beauty and the Sweets on TikTok and Instagram. I don't know if she has a YouTube, but she actually just made like a bigger kind of shell. I think it was a skull, and she filled it with little brownie pieces and fresh raspberries, and it looked amazing. So you can do a lot of really fun stuff with these shells. Okay, any other questions or things in the chat? Looks like we're all caught up. Well, thank you guys so much for joining today. Of course, if you have any other questions, you can feel free to pop them in the comments once this video posts. But I really appreciate you guys being here live with me, and I will see you guys very soon. Next week, we're not going to do a live on Friday, so I will let you know what day. I'll probably move it up to maybe, Monday or Tuesday or something like that. So, but I will make sure to post in the community tab about that to let you guys know ahead of time. Aside from that, I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you very soon. Bye.